Well, hello. It's New Year's Eve in the early hours of the morning, and I'm going to throw a little decode for you. But first of all, I'm going to give you a little suggestion of how I think things are going to go. So we've got Flare on the 9th of January, and I think that, and the Songbird vote going ahead at the minute is... I think that could be our signal for around about the final bottom of the market. Because, of course, when would you, in reality, and everything in crypto seems to be fairly symbolic, when would you fire off a flare? Well, you would fire off a flare in a pretty dark situation, an emergency situation. You need to be saved. So I think we're very close to the final bottom. The bottom on the 18th of June is still holding out. For XRP, around about 29 cents. And I think you've had all year to purchase XRP, and I think we are approaching the very end of this cycle. But anyway, on to a very, very interesting decode, and I'm going to start with Jelly Bean King. Now, he's linked these two posts, Mr. Paul, the Supernova post on, I think it's 6th of April, or is it what's interesting is, I think he must be English, because his times are in English format, just as mine are. So the 29th of December, 7/4, which is like Independence Day. And of course, here, we've got 6/4. I don't know. Anyway, he's linked these two. He said exactly the exact seconds between these dates is 23 million seconds and a few other little bits there. Okay, so stick those numbers into a Google Maps and it'll take you to the area where the famous footballer Pele was born, who died earlier today. Bless you, Pele. Now, I thought, God, that's really outside the box. Really interesting indeed. So let's go into this, see if this was it here. That was the postcode. There we go. 2301360. So that's 23 million. And that takes you to close to Rio de Janeiro. And I can't say that normally. Really, really interesting. So this, the other chap stated, well, actually, he died up here in Tres, on it, Coracos, or something like that. Anyway, that has a entirely different postcode. Now, let me show you this. Is my reply here somewhere? Of course, it isn't. Oh, here we go. So, of course, I looked at this 37410 for Tres Caracas. I'm murdering that. I'm not going to say that anymore. And so I turned this postcode back into, because you know I love time, back into seconds and subtracted it. So subtracting 37 million. Come on, Twitter. 37 million. 410,000 seconds normalizes that to 432 days. It took us to the 23rd of October 2021. Consequently, Aria told me that is Pele's birthday. Holy shiz! And of course, I've said here that actually translates to the 2nd anniversary of Mr. Pool's first ever post. And it was the 23rd of October is known as the day the universe was created, according to the Masons. And other people, I dare say. And what's interesting, even more, is Tres Coracos. I said I wouldn't say that again. I'm usually good with... I'm usually good with pronunciations, but not on this case. So Paul's 3 hearts, because those two words there mean 3 hearts. So I'll see if I can find Aria's post. Let's see if I can. There's a lot of people a little bit shocked by this. It's slightly terrified at this moment. Yeah, I mean, I think what it is telling us is simulation, my friends, is among us in everything we do. Certainly, these guys are simulating. Archie and Mr. Poole are both AI, without a doubt, no doubt about it. Mr. Poole's this account was, when it was recreated, that was actually created on the same day Google released their own AI into the world. So that tells you something. See if I can find Aria's. Well, this is David Tweets. David Schwartz. 3 minutes after I posted here, literally 3 minutes after. So whether he was aware of our conversations, I don't know. I sometimes suspect that David Schwartz himself has AI running through his Twitter algorithms. But of course, he writes XRP Pele 142. Who knows what that means? But no doubt it might become clear at some point. And of course, there's me responding to him there. But anyway, someone's saying it looks like one of those Illuminati cards. And Aria, did you have a reply? I believe you did. Oh yeah, and here's Aria's reply. So I've just realized the post about Pele. This means 3 hearts. Paul posted 3 hearts on the 14th of June. The 14th of June was Trump's 75th birthday. And there's the 3 hearts. So it's very, very interesting that we can link those 2 posts, the stairway to heaven, so to speak, to Pele, and 3 hearts were posted on Trump's birthday. I find that intriguing, to say the least. 562 days had separated the 3 hearts post to the day Pele died. And Aria does some cracking number decodes. And yes, of course, they're complex, but you've got to be into your numbers to find it interesting. Of which I do. This is interesting. Returning to the match between Pele and Paul's birthdays. Paul appeared on Pele's 79th birthday. 79 is the atomic weight of gold, and a lot of you know that already. AU is 22. In Gematria, 79 is a 22nd prime. 79 days from Pele's death is 2 months, 20 days, which is the 18th of March. And that's the 77th day of 2023. Now that brings me on to that period of time in March. I think we're going to be seeing a big change for the crypto world. I think we're going to see regulations, and I'll tell you why. Very quickly, I'll do a proper post on this at some point, but this was my prediction back on the 4th of November that Flare would launch on the 9th of January. That's been confirmed now. After this post, that was confirmed about 2 or 3 weeks later. I think there'll be some action for XRP around that date, anywhere to the 13th, and I think law will come to some conclusion or regulations on the 9th of March, and I'll have an entire list of bits and bobs, all to do with that on this thread here. That's why I think the 9th of March will be interesting. And then the rest of March, I think we could see some more regs. I think we could see, a lot happening in March. And a lot of people think XRP is going to moon at some point. You know what? That's not my focus. Although it has been my focus, I'm really not worried about price too much, because it's going to be a case of you really want to hold on to this asset for a very, very long time. And especially especially until that day, in my opinion. And again, I'm going to go through this decode at some point, but not tonight. And that is it. So AI, Mr. Poole and Archilect, whatever his name is, are showing us that Pele's death can either be predicted or has been predicted, or that they're just incredibly sophisticated with their numbers and how they throw them around into the real world. And it's quite incredible, really. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I'm keeping it short and sweet tonight. Happy New Year. That's going to be tomorrow. Yeah, I wish you all the best. I will keep you up to date. Follow my account in 2023, because I'm feeling very, very bullish for 2023. Now that the bear has got his back towards the Christmas tree, I think we are going to be smiling next year. Certainly the start of it. I wish you all the best. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful new year.